Hi, my name is Anthony, and just a few years ago, a 68-year-old grandmother of 14 completely shook a small community and her family to the core when she lost 84 pounds. Going from this to this. All without long, boring workouts, strict, low-carb diets, or starving herself, or prescribing to any surgery or expensive diet pills. This complete 180-degree transformation not only allowed her to lose 84 pounds of pure body fat at the age of 68, yet also brought her body, mind, and spirit back from the brink of death. I'll never forget the day when I met her youngest daughter who was about to be married, and the emotional, tear-wrenching pain that was pouring out of her as she mumbled the words to me that no child would ever want to say about their parent. I'm scared she won't be with us much longer, and that she won't be there to see me walk down the aisle. And it wasn't just her daughter who felt these same feelings. Terry knew what the outcome of her predicament entailed. Like an iceberg of impending doom that was bobbing up and down, straight ahead in her direction with the words "deceased" spelled across it. Now, although Terry's problem is not one that a lot of men and women, and maybe yourself, might be sharing this very minute, it's the way that she was able to lose the weight at 68 years old that shocked the heck out of myself and her close personal family members. It was something so unusual, so odd, and anti-diet, yet just so utterly simple that I dedicated my life to spreading this information to the masses because I knew of the impact that it could have on millions of lives and families throughout the world. You're going to be shocked, maybe even surprised how a simple little change could have such an asteroid-like impact on your ability to burn fat, trim off inches, kill your junk food cravings, and boost your metabolism, yet also rewind the perils of aging and disease on your body. Because again, she did it without hours on a Stairmaster, elliptical, or treadmill machine, without tracking her calories down to the last gram, without following any of those weird juice detoxes, and without eating those low-calorie frozen diet foods. In fact, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why gluten-free foods, 100-calorie snack packs, and any other diet, drink, or food is silently tricking your body into storing more fat and hoarding more calories. Plus, why traditional weight loss diets are not much more healthier than eating fast food. You'll also discover why healthy foods like whole wheat breads, whole wheat pasta, milk, and certain meats can be secretly sabotaging your body's ability to burn off pounds of fat, which is the big reason why most men and women tend to gain all the weight back again, plus more when they hop off any type of diet. Plus, my #1 favorite fruit that will help your body effortlessly burn fat no matter your age, race, or gender. Plus, fight off infections, regulate your hormones, reduce the inflammation in your joints, and help your body reduce and detoxify the toxic buildup inside your blood, opening up your body's ability to have unlimited bouts of clean, crisp, and clear energy without any extra caffeine in the morning. And if you stick with me for the next 20 seconds, I'm going to give you the biggest reason why you haven't been able to lose those stubborn pounds of fat and keep them off for good no matter how hard you exercise and no matter how strict you've dieted in the past. Because the simple truth has been growing in front of you the entire time. Although we might live in the most bountiful, richest times the world has ever experienced, with immediate access to plentiful amounts of food 24/7, the truth of the matter is that our food is lacking a lot of the important life-sustaining, nourishing nutrients that your body desperately needs. Even just 20 years ago, the levels of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes found in your food supply was close to triple the number of what they are now. And it's because of this lack of nutrients in your food supply and a mass production of prepackaged treats and snacks laced with chemicals and ingredients made in the deep recesses of a lab has actually caused a biological war to rage on inside your body and in over 53 million Americans this very minute. Between your healthy gut bacteria and certain strains of toxic microbes that are wreaking havoc on your metabolism and causing your body to store pounds and pounds of fat. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg of doom that these harmful microorganisms can spell out for you. Because these strains of toxic and harmful belly bacteria inside of you are so powerful, they can dominate your thoughts, your mood, your cravings, and your body's ability to process calories. And yes, there are some strains that can actually control your cravings and mood. That's why most men and women become moody and irritable when they hop on a diet, which more times than not causes your cravings for junk food to skyrocket, almost out of control, no matter how healthy you might be eating, until you can't fight off those cravings any longer, and you end up giving in, blowing your diet and any results you achieved in just a matter of days. Now, if this sounds at all too familiar, please understand that this is not your fault, and you are certainly not alone. However, I must be upfront and honest with you, because sadly this problem cannot be fixed by just eating a few cups of yogurt, or popping a few of those probiotic supplement pills from your local pharmacy. It goes a lot deeper than this. That's why in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the exact anti-diet secrets that Terry spilled to me during those days that allowed her to lose 84 pounds of pure body fat at the tender age of 68 years old, while guaranteeing her a healthy and happy life with plenty of energy to keep up with her 14 grandchildren. And it's the same information that forced me to smack myself silly and to think twice about what I knew about losing fat. I have to admit, I thought I knew it all and seen it all when it came to dieting and exercise, as I'm sure you might feel the same way. With a degree in exercise science and thousands of hours of in-the-trench experience with clients ranging in all ages, I had considered myself an expert in the field of body transformation and overall health and fitness. However, this information completely flipped my view and put me in my place, forcing me on a path to dig deeper into this subject because I saw the 180-degree life-changing impact that it had on Terry and others as well when I started implementing these changes into their diets. Like Roseanne, who lost 27 pounds of fat in 8 weeks at the age of 49, smack dab in the middle of menopause. And Cindy, who had gained close to 17 pounds of fat due to a family tragedy while falling into a deep and dark depression, until she found this presentation, the same one you're watching, and hopped back on the horse and was able to lose those 17 pounds effortlessly without even dieting. Plus another 7 pounds on top of that. And Joe, who recently wrote in saying, being a traveling salesman makes it hard to eat right and exercise. Let's just say I packed on the pounds fast, ballooning up to the heaviest I've ever been. After following the simple tricks in your presentation, I was able to drop 24 pounds of fat in only 8 weeks. Thanks, Anthony. Now, before we go any further, you must understand that everything you're about to hear and read in this free presentation completely flies in the face of conventional wisdom, as it did for myself and even Terry in the beginning. In fact, she didn't even realize why what she was doing was working until I stumbled upon the answer. In an article I discovered in the New York Times of all places, that would forever change the path of my career, the life of Terry, and 52,318 other men and women in the last month alone who have watched this life-changing presentation. Because just imagine how it would feel to achieve the body you desire and deserve in just a snap of your fingers. A transformation so fast, so easy, and so simple that it requires zero dieting on your part. And the best part is, you won't have to count a single calorie, suffer from hunger pains or mood swings, and without having to give up a lot of your favorite foods. Just imagine what it would feel like to wake up in the morning with a jolt of clean, crisp energy that you hadn't experienced in months or maybe even years. To watch as your most stubborn body parts miraculously melt away when you look at yourself in the mirror with a smile of pure joy and happiness because you know deep down that you're becoming the person that you visualized in your mind so long ago. The happy, healthy human being that you so desperately craved for and worked hard for so long. Just imagine how it would feel to fit into your old, smaller size clothes again. To not have to feel embarrassed when taking pictures. To be able to look yourself in a mirror while passing by because you won't be shocked by the body and reflection staring back at you. However, the most important transformation that you're going to see and feel when you use these few simple changes that I'm going to share with you in this free documentary is how you'll finally be able to protect and shield your body from the perils of aging and disease, reducing your chances of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, Alzheimer's, diabetes, heart disease, and possibly even cancer. While every single cell in your body becomes rejuvenated and begins pulsing with life-sustaining energy. In fact, most men and women report feeling 10 to 15 years younger in just a few weeks from the simple changes they make, and what you're about to discover in just a few minutes. Now, before we begin, I have a confession to make that you need to hear, because it wasn't all this rosy and easy for Terry to lose over 84 pounds while reducing her chances of contracting most of the major diseases that claim the lives of millions of people per year, let alone greatly prolonging her life. In fact, it was quite hard for her in the beginning, and she made plenty of mistakes. Mistakes that I would like to share with you right here. So, you can take something positive out of this and apply it to your own life. So just be careful with your mouse, because if you accidentally click away, I can't promise this page will still be here when you decide to get back. That's why it's pivotal that you listen to hear her story till the very end, because she was like the millions of men and women in this country and world who deal with debilitating health problems caused by being overweight and sometimes obese. And when she attempted to lose weight and fix the problem in the past, she struggled mightily, just like most. However, Terry's reason to change was different. It wasn't because she wanted to look better in clothes. She truly needed to save her life because death was knocking on her front door. Being 68 is hardly old age these days. Yet it was getting so bad at one point that her daughter was telling me how she could barely walk up a small flight of stairs in her townhouse. Baking, which was her favorite hobby, was becoming unbearable, and her ability to stand for just 10 minutes at a time became more and more painful on her knees and back with every passing day and month. While a good night's sleep completely went out the window, lucky to get only 4 hours per night because of the crushing force that would press on her lungs and chest. However, these debilitating health conditions were nothing compared to what happened to her one day that really set her on a path to finally get help. Because the ironic thing with Terry was that she was always active growing up on a farm. She played golf and helped out with activities and chores around her father's 24-acre property in Pennsylvania. She ate healthy for most of her life, but like many others, began to fall prey to the perils of quick food and lack of activity. The stress of raising 6 kids all by herself made it almost impossible for her to take care of her own health. And it really all came to blows that one day when her children couldn't get in contact with her that forever changed her life for the better. Sadly, while in the kitchen one day baking a cake for her grandson's birthday, Terry tripped and fell, hitting her head on the side of her countertop and thus rendering her partially unconscious. And being the over-worried, however extremely loving children that she raised, they knew something was up when she wasn't picking up any of their calls. Her oldest daughter raced over, opened the house only to find Terry in a confused daze, not knowing what happened, with blood trickling out of her forehead. And when she arrived at the hospital, it was there that her doctor gave her the news that no human being wants to hear. He explained to her that although she suffered a mild concussion and a small yet deep cut, she had bigger problems to worry about. Like her weight, and how it was crushing every single one of her vital organs, how her triglyceride numbers and bad cholesterol markers were through the roof, her blood pressure was close to being unmanageably high, and her chances of being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes was lurking right around the corner in the coming months. Plus, she had a life expectancy that was around 10 to 15 years below the norm for a woman living in the United States. The doctor warned her that she was knocking on death's door, with the Grim Reaper standing on the other side, getting ready to welcome her with arms wide open. And with this eye-opening jolt of a wake-up call, she knew she had to do something about her weight and take her life back. And that's when we began to work together. We went over her entire medical history, her diet, her activity levels, and even took her vitals to make sure she was clear to begin. Frankly, she was eating pretty healthy according to the conventional standards. She loved eating homemade soups, whole grain breads, and some pasta, avoided soda, and drank mostly sugar-free diet drinks. And any snacking was kept to those gluten-free bars, chips, and some Weight Watchers cookies with milk at night. Plus, she hated fast food. Overall, pretty good, I thought, compared to what most of the population's diet looks like. So we mapped out a plan for her, keeping a lot of the same foods above that she was eating and only slightly pulling back the calories. I wanted to make these the easiest changes possible without completely disrupting her lifestyle, so she could stick to the plan long-term and not crash diet like a lot of men and women do. And right away, like I had expected, she started losing weight. The first week, she lost about 3 pounds, and this went on for a month, straight until she hit a plateau, which is something that's not uncommon. However, no matter how much we pulled back the calories even more, her weight wasn't budging, and this perplexed me at first, because it's a simple rule, calories in versus calories out. So I thought, right? The less calories you eat, the more weight you will lose. Wouldn't you agree? However, I was completely dumbfounded, which led me to start asking questions to see if her metabolism was somehow broken. Was she cheating on her diet? Or was it a hormonal issue, I thought? Someone who weighed around 280 pounds should have no problem losing weight. However, little did I know at the current time, the turning point was about to happen, because Terry had to go away and visit her sister in Pennsylvania for 2 weeks, who also lived on an old farm with her husband and plenty of access to good, wholesome food that was grown right there on her property. Scared she was going to put the weight back on, I told her just to eat healthy as best as possible and make sure she walked a mile or 2 a day. 2 weeks later, she came home, and as I went outside to greet her, I didn't recognize the old Terry because she lost 16 pounds of pure fat in those 2 weeks. I was shocked, and I didn't know what to say. Of course, I was elated, yet still baffled at the same time. I asked her what she was doing. How much was she walking? What was she eating? She replied, I just did what you told me to do. I walked a mile every day and ate healthy, but that wasn't enough to satisfy my appetite. I wanted to know exactly what she ate that allowed her to lose those 16 pounds in just 2 weeks. Suspicious of her claims, I thought she was just starving herself. In fact, I even called up her sister, with Terry's permission of course, because I wanted to know what happened on her 2-week vacation. I then sat down with her and she wrote out exactly what she ate every single day. Although she lost those 16 pounds and her body was still not in the best shape, her mind was sharp as a tack. First thing she told me was that she had ditched the diet drinks, diet foods, gluten-free snacks, pre-packaged food products, and whole wheat breads and whole grain treats. She didn't have access to them because the nearest supermarket was miles and miles away. Plus, her sister and brother-in-law never kept those types of foods in the house. She also stopped drinking regular milk from the grocery store and avoided any whole grain pasta. She pretty much stopped eating or drinking anything that came out of a box or a wrapper. And she went back to her roots, eating the way she used to on the farm 50 years ago. Fresh plucked vegetables from the garden, apples and peaches from the trees out back, unpasteurized milk, raw honey, and the wild grass-fed meats from local farmers markets. Plus, what really shocked me when I saw the list of her foods and meals that she ate every single day was that her total calories were actually more than her original diet before she had left for vacation, which right away completely skewed everything I thought I knew about diet, nutrition, and weight loss. Heck, it even baffled Terry. She didn't know why the way she ate allowed her body to effortlessly burn off pounds and pounds of fat from her frame, especially at the age of 68, until one day it hit me, and I began connecting all the dots. After I accidentally stumbled upon an article in the New York Times that was titled, How Gut Bacteria Affects Your Weight. Within the article, the author pointed out how recent studies were starting to demonstrate that most individuals' weight gain, weight loss, and ability to maintain a healthy weight, whether they are a man or woman, was attributed to different types of gut bacteria found inside your system. I thought that was interesting, so I kept reading only to discover this neat little fact about how 20% of the initial weight loss in patients who received gastric bypass surgery, which on average is close to 50 or more pounds right away, did so strictly because of the shifts in balance of fat-storing bacteria to healthy bacteria inside of their digestive tracts. How neat is that? Yet, it gets even better. According to the British Journal of Nutrition, they found that both men and women who tend to maintain a healthy weight have a higher variance of healthy bacteria inside of their gut when compared to overweight individuals, specifically 2 types of bacteria, known as firmicutes and Bacteroidetes. Researchers found that anyone who struggles with weight loss and weight gain had 20% more firmicutes, bad bacteria, and 90% less of the Bacteroidetes type of bacteria, which is the good bacteria. Now here's the kicker. According to Dr. Mercola, who is one of the most foremost health experts in the world on weight loss, he states, firmicutes, the bad bacteria, helps your body to extract calories from complex sugars and deposits those calories into your fat cells, which means the more of this type of bacteria you have growing inside of your gut, the better your chances of storing any complex carbs like oatmeal, whole grain pasta, whole wheat bread, or snacks as fat. So, even if you believe you're eating somewhat healthy, or even trying to lose weight by eating less food, your chances of that healthy bowl of oatmeal, potato, or slice of gluten-free, low-carb, high-fiber piece of toast being stored as fat dramatically goes up. And that's the big reason why Terry wasn't able to lose any more weight after the first month. Her gut was still chock full of fat-storing belly bugs designed to hoard any calories she was eating and turn them into fatty globules, destined to be stored in her fat cells. However, it's not just your healthy carbohydrate sources that are destroying the good bacteria inside of your gut and promoting the growth of harmful, fat-storing bacteria that love to wreak havoc on your body and hormonal system. It's the diet drinks, low-calorie snacks, gluten-free boxed-up food products, and conventional grain-fed meat that's also doing a number as well. In one study, they demonstrated how artificial sweeteners can actually kill off the healthy bacteria inside of your intestines and allow the bad bacteria, the type that promotes weight gain and makes most weight loss virtually impossible, to flourish and replicate. And these artificial sweeteners aren't just found in diet drinks. They can be found in any of those low-calorie sweets, treats, or snacks. Plus, if you eat conventional meats such as pork, beef, even fish, turkey, or chicken that are fed a grain-based diet of corn or soy, which is most of the conventional meat in your local grocery store or supermarket, they can contain high levels of bacteria resistant to antibiotics, because a grain-based diet is not the animal's natural form of food, which opens them up to disease and infection because of a compromised immune system. And to combat this, farmers pump them full of even stronger antibiotics, which then gets stored in their meat and unfortunately gets passed on to you and me. And it's these stored antibiotics that are the worst culprits to destroy the healthy bacteria in your gut. So if you tend to eat some form of animal protein at least once per day that's not organic, whether it's chicken, beef, farm-raised fish, pork, or turkey, then you're actually receiving low, continual doses of antibiotics on a daily basis, slowly destroying your healthy, metabolic-boosting, fat-burning bacteria inside your gut, and promoting the growth of harmful toxic microbes designed to hoard any calories you eat and store them as fat. Plus, some of these fat-storing belly bugs can even control your thoughts and cravings for junk food by activating what's called the endocannabinoid system inside of your body, which is a group of neurological receptors inside of your brain that regulate mood and appetite. Sounds crazy, yet this is from published research studies in some of the most respected journals and publications in the world. Pretty much every action of an overabundance of harmful belly bacteria is slowly moving your body further and further away from allowing you to lose weight and keep it off for good, while severely damaging your health, your mood, and affecting your everyday life. And the longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to reverse this change. However, there is some good news, because if Terry can break the cycle at 68 years old and lose 84 pounds, then I'm sure you can too. Just like many others that I shared the shocking revelation with, like Steve, who lost 3 inches on his waist in 6 weeks, and Vale, who burnt off 17 pounds in 7 weeks, all by making a few simple switches in their diet, like adding in certain fruits like pineapples, papayas, and even raw honey, which all contain a plentiful amount of enzyme slimming probiotics, which allows the healthy bacteria inside of your digestive tract to regrow, replicate, and flourish, while killing off the toxic, calorie-hoarding, fat-producing bacteria inside of your gut at the same time. And what's crazy, which I did not expect to happen, was once word of Terry's shocking transformation began to spread like wildfire through our small community. People were calling me up. Friends, friends of friends, family members of friends, heck, even the town mayor, begging and pleading for the same exact plan that allowed Terry to lose 84 pounds of fat while saving her life. And the same list of pre-approved foods in the exact quantities that myself and Terry helped create that allowed hundreds of other individuals to lose weight while reducing their chances of disease without even dieting or having to perform any long, boring workouts. I remember getting phone call after phone call and random text messages of the crazy progress these people were noticing in the mirror. Their daily morning bloat was gone. Their bellies were becoming noticeably tighter every few days. Their waistlines felt like they were shrinking and getting more tone with every passing week. Their faces, digestive issues, and even skin conditions began clearing up. Some even ditched their morning cup of joe because they were waking up with more energy than a 5-year-old about to visit Disney World for the first time. And the best part was that none of them ever felt hungry or famished. Their cravings for sugar and junk food magically disappeared. And most were eating more food than before while still losing weight, which shocked the heck out of myself and most others in the beginning. However, as time progressed and this became a new norm, I vowed to never go back to the old ways of helping men and women get healthy and lose weight, because I had discovered a better, faster, and healthier way. So after a while of consistently seeing the same results, I knew I had to get this solution out to the entire world, and not for financial reasons. Yet for the real reason I decided to go into the fitness industry, which was to help men and women so that they never have to experience what I went through as a young boy at the age of 12 on my birthday, when I received a call from my father, who came to pick me up from school early on my special day. As I raced to my locker to grab my backpack and run up the stairs to the office, I found my dad waiting without even a smile or a slight grin on his face. In fact, he was standing there with a tear running down, because he had to deliver the sad news that my uncle had suddenly died and we had to head over to his apartment where my aunt and the cops were waiting. I immediately started crying, not knowing how to handle the situation at 12 years old, because this man, my uncle, was an idol to me. I looked up to him like another father figure and wanted to be just like him. He was that guy that everyone wanted to be around and the life of the party. Except now, he was dead. He died at 48 years old of a massive heart attack, and unfortunately, my aunt found him, laying on the floor face down, cold to the touch. I'll never forget that day, the funeral, and everything that happened because of his death, which I feel subconsciously pushed me into the health and fitness field as I grew older, with a fear of dying early from something like a massive heart attack at such a young age could be possibly prevented. Plus, I did not want anyone to ever have to go through what I had went through, because if he just took care of himself, he could still be here today. So because of this, and the results that Terry had, plus hundreds of others were experiencing, I knew I had to get this solution out to as many individuals as possible who needed this life-changing help. Because in the end, people deserve this solution. That's why I decided to be a Lone Ranger and go it alone after all. I thought back to that 12-year-old boy on his birthday in school when he had received the worst news of his life up to that point, and the course that it set him on to do his best and never stop helping men and women lose weight, improve their quality of life, and have the ability to be around for their family members and friends for as long as possible. So I condensed everything into a simple and easy, powerful solution to finally burn up pounds of fat by eating plenty of these enzyme-slimming, probiotic-rich foods in the exact quantities as needed, to replenish the healthy bacteria inside of your gut that will boost your fat-burning hormones, increase your metabolic rate, and trim down up to 3 inches around your most stubborn body parts every 7 days. These same foods, herbs, and vitamins that allowed Terry and hundreds of others the phenomenal life-changing results that became oh so normal after a while. Let me introduce you to the Anti-Diet Solution. The Anti-Diet Solution is the only non-diet solution in the entire world today that actually tells you to eat more of these delicious, specific foods that will allow you to finally lose all the weight that you want, while giving your body unlimited, vibrant energy without having to remove anything from your diet or drastically decreasing your calories. Because once you have access to the Anti-Diet Solution, which you can in just a few minutes from now, you'll automatically set yourself up for success right away. Most men and women report in just the first 7 days that they are able to melt away up to 3 inches around their most stubborn body parts, and every week after for as long as they'd like. You'll also reverse the signs and perils of aging on your body, reduce your chances of contracting most man-made diseases, boost your most important fat-burning hormones that will allow your body to process food the correct way and flush out all the trapped fat found in and around your stomach, while strengthening your immune system and opening up a bounty of untapped vital energy that was always trapped and hidden inside of your cells until now. Just imagine how it would feel to fit into your old pair of jeans again, to not ever feel bloated or gassy after every meal, to drop pounds of trapped fat and 1 inch or more around your stomach every 7 days, to have the energy levels that you had when you were a teenager, and the stunning health markers of a 25-year-old again that would bring a smile to your doctor's face. All of this is truly possible and easily reachable when you follow the simple, laid-out plan inside of the Anti-Diet Solution. Because again, this is not a traditional diet where you have to starve yourself, count your calories, track your carbs, or eat any of those boxed-up diet foods, snacks, or treats. Heck, you won't even have to worry about dealing with the problem of having willpower, because it wouldn't be like you're dieting at all. That's how powerful this solution really is. In fact, after the first few weeks, your brain will begin to start craving more natural, fat-burning foods as opposed to junk and sweets like before. You'll effortlessly drop up to 3 to 5 inches around your most stubborn body parts, whether it's your waist, hips, arms, butt, thighs, or chest, and do it all without a single ounce of exercise. Plus, you'll start waking up with more energy like you just had the best sleep of your life. In fact, you'll probably have so much energy that you'll want to drop down and do some push-ups, or go out for a nice power walk or jog around town. Now, before we go any further, I really need to confess something else to you. Because in the beginning, when we started trying to network and partner with a lot of these health experts and doctors in the field of weight loss and nutrition, they convinced us that we needed to sell the Anti-Diet Solution for the price tag of $297. Because of the immense amount of clout and popularity they carried and could bring to the table. Basically, they all had egos that were larger than Mount Olympus and somehow thought they deserved to command the price tag. However, looking back, I can remember how much this and their greed disgusted me. And that feeling of being forced into a corner of having to say yes to their demands. All because I believed deep down that I needed them to get the Anti-Diet Solution to the masses as quickly as possible. I just didn't want a single person to ever have to go through what Terry and I went through when there was something we could do about it. Well, luckily those partnerships never went through because that price tag of $297 would have been way too high for most individuals. Wouldn't you agree? However, we couldn't just give this away for free since it did take a lot of time and planning to get everything off the ground on our own. Plus, the investment each month just to run this website is extremely high from the flood of visitors we're starting to receive on a daily basis. So for today, and today only, you won't have to pay anywhere near the original $297 price tag for the anti-diet solution. In fact, you won't even have to pay $197. That's why for today, we're willing to give the entire program away for a one-time investment of just $97. However, if you act in the next 15 minutes and click the Add to Cart button that just popped up, you can have the whole thing right away for more than 50% off today's initial price, which is just a small charge that will help us pay for our website costs and fulfillment fees. Plus, when you do the math, this tiny investment only comes out to around 57 cents per day. Heck, you can't even buy a cup of coffee, a stick of gum, or a bottle of water for that these days. Plus, you'll realize this is way less than the cost of trying those meal delivery diets that drop your food off, which can run upwards of $400 a month. And way less than those monthly point tracking systems where they recommend you buy their diet dinners, desserts, and supplements. Or even the cost of a monthly gym membership in some areas. And the biggest problem with these cookie-cutter fad diets, fat loss pills, and gym memberships is that they do not offer you a results guarantee. That's why I'm going to buck the trend and do something absolutely crazy. Because when you grab the Anti-Diet Solution System today at 50% off, you'll be protected by an ironclad 60-day double your money back guarantee. That's how confident I am in the Anti-Diet Solution System and the results you can achieve. So in order to qualify, just simply visit your doctor and have him or her record your weight. Then do what it says inside. You'll have 60 days. Give it your best shot. And if you don't lose any weight, trim off inches, and have more energy, then simply have him or her write you a note saying it didn't work with their signature at the end. Send it to us at this address, P.O. Box 4731, Tampa, Florida 33677. We're right around the corner from North Albany Avenue. Or email it to info@antidietsolution.com, and we will give you double your money back right away. No questions, no hassles. And if you don't feel like heading over to your doctor, don't worry the least bit, because you're still protected with our ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee for the small investment today. So, as you can see, all the risk is squarely off your shoulders. You truly have nothing to lose. This is a promise, and something we will always honor. Plus, to sweeten the deal even more, I'm going to throw in the 28-day Fast Start diet designed to catapult your results in less than a month. This plan was created to drastically destroy and eliminate at least 80 to 90% of the toxic parasitic gut bacteria inside of your body once and for all. This is something that Terry and most of the other successful individuals did not have in the beginning, which would have accelerated their results even faster. This 28-day Fast Start plan is a $97 value. However, will be yours today when you grab the Anti-Diet Solution at over 50% off today's initial price. But that's not all. You'll also receive the Anti-Diet Solution Enzyme-Rich Slimming Food Guide. Inside the special guide, you'll have access to the complete list of powerful enzyme-rich slimming foods designed to allow the healthy bacteria inside of your gut to flourish, giving you the ability to drop pounds of fat while skyrocketing your energy levels and trimming off the inches around your waistline. And without having to starve yourself or eating nothing but salads and grilled chicken. This right here is a $67 value. However, yours free today. And last but not least, something that I'm sure you would love if you're over the age of 30. 50 natural health cures that protect your body from disease and reverse aging. This powerful resource is something that took us a long time to develop and hundreds of hours of painstaking research to bring you the very best in natural health cures designed to protect the perils of aging and disease on your body while also reversing the grip that Mother Nature or Father Time has had on your life. Inside, you'll discover natural health remedies used to treat conditions such as arthritis, metabolic syndrome, high blood sugar, heart disease, the common cold, and even low libido. This right here is a $97 value and can easily be sold all by itself at that price. However, it's also included today when you grab the Anti-Diet Solution System at over 50% off today's original price. So just a quick recap. You'll be getting the powerful anti-diet solution valued at the original price of $297. The 28-day fast start plan valued at $97. The anti-diet solution enzyme-rich slimming food guide, a $67 value. And the 50 natural health cures that protect your body from disease and reverse aging, also a $97 value. So when you total everything up today, this entire life-changing system is valued at a whopping $558 if you were to purchase every component by yourself at a later date. However, you can have the entire package today at over 50% off the initial sales price, which is less than the monthly cost of a daily trip to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. Way less than the cost of a pair of designer jeans, a new pair of sneakers, or even a fancy tie. And much less than a week's worth of frozen, pre-packaged diet foods and snacks that are chock full of toxic ingredients and sky high in sodium. Again, that's $558 in real-world value. Now, I don't know about you, but if my favorite store was to offer me $558 in goodies for over 90% off, I would jump all over it like a snow cone on a 100-degree hot summer day. So really, all you have to do to get started is click the Add to Cart button below right now, where you'll be taken to our secure, private, and safe checkout page that looks like this. And once you're there, just fill out your information in the secure order form, and you'll have complete and total access to the entire anti-diet solution system, plus all 3 success-altering bonuses at no additional cost. You'll be able to download the entire system, all 3 bonuses, plus have access to a few other free gifts right away. Heck, I don't even care if you print out a copy for each of your family members and best friends. The more people that the anti-diet solution can help, and the more lives we can save, the better. So really, how exciting is that? Because you won't have to wait for the delivery man to show up with your package in 2 to 3 weeks like those TV infomercial programs, which is very important to your success, which is why we switched to giving you the complete access in just a push of a button. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll be able to experience and feel the belly slimming weight loss results that you've been after for so long. Just imagine 7 days from right now. You look in the mirror and notice your pants are looser around your waist or hips. You're waking up in the morning with a noticeable increase in energy and a healthier, happier mood. And when you hop on the scale, the number is miraculously heading south while you're eating more food than ever before. That's finally stimulating your fat-burning metabolism and your body's ability to flush away those toxic fat stores that have been trapped inside of you for so long. Or what about that feeling as everyone around you is getting older and dealing with more and more health problems? That the biological age of your body is gradually getting younger with every passing day and month? That you know without a shadow of a doubt that you'll be around for a long time, ready to conquer each day that comes your way with more energy than a 20-year-old, and be able to experience the pleasures of life with your loved ones and best friends for years to come. This right here is something you cannot put a price on. And I just wish that as a 12-year-old boy so long ago, I knew what I know now, which could have prevented the disaster of my uncle passing away on my birthday, and that he was still with us today. Now, if you're still here and haven't grabbed everything yet, I'm going to take a guess and say that you're still on the fence about the anti-diet solution. And you know what? I don't blame you one bit. Because let's face it, the diet industry is made up of a lot of people who promise you the moon and just severely underdeliver. Every day you see their ads on TV and their special diets and supplements being peddled all around the internet for way more than the cost of a simple one-on-one personal training session, and sometimes not even a money-back guarantee that keeps you protected and safe. So trust me, I do understand if you're skeptical. However, what you've just heard and watched in this video has been backed up by pure science, research, and results. And that's the ultimate test for success. Wouldn't you agree? So what really do you have to lose besides a body that you hate being shackled to and the crummy thoughts of never feeling comfortable in your skin and clothes? Because finally, a solution exists right here in front of your own eyes that allowed a 68-year-old woman with 14 grandchildren the ability to lose 84 pounds of pure fat, while greatly improving her quality of life and increasing her life expectancy well beyond the norm. So if she can do it, then I'm sure you can as well. And the best part is, you do not have to diet or starve yourself. Plus, you're backed up by an ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee, so all of the risk is squarely on our shoulders. You truly have nothing to lose. And because you've been so great, and I want you to achieve all the success that you deserve, I'm going to throw in this platinum bonus. One-on-one special email coaching valued at $197 for the entire 60 days that you try out the anti-diet solution risk-free. Now, how powerful is that? Imagine having someone right at your fingertips, just an email away for the next 60 days, there to answer any question you might have about your own anti-diet solution success. Have a question about a specific food? Just shoot us an email. Need some guidance about what you should do if you decide to eat out? Just fire off an email to us, and we'll get back to you right away. This right here, 95% of trainers and experts will never do. However, we're so committed to your success that we're willing to do whatever it is to help you get from point A to point B in the fastest time frame possible. So all you have to do to start experiencing results like this is click the Add to Cart button right now and claim this special 60-day email coaching bonus valued at $197. Because after today, this special offer will expire and it'll no longer be included with the Anti-Diet Solution program. Just imagine what it's going to feel like to reprogram your body and turn back the hands of time on your fat-burning metabolism like you were 25 years old again. And begin to effortlessly slim down your stomach or problem areas by a few inches every 7 days, while you stare at yourself in the mirror in disbelief as your body transforms right before your very eyes, with a shocking increase in vibrant, radiant energy that pulsates throughout your body like 1,000 volts of electricity. At the same time, reduce the signs of aging and even reverse your biological age by 10 to 15 years in what seems like the snap of your fingers. You can do this. You deserve this. Just remember, the longer you wait, the longer you'll be delaying the body-shaping results you've been after this entire time. You can go off on your own and try to apply everything you've learned in this presentation, and you might see some results. Yet, I can tell you from previous experience and the horror stories I heard from men and women every day, this will only lead to more pain, anger, depression, and frustration with trying to figure everything out while attempting to lose those stubborn pounds. Or you can do what thousands of others around the globe have already done, and that's to jump in feet first, grab the entire anti-diet solution, and start reaping the rewards of a slimmer, healthier body. Just imagine the ripple effect this will have on your entire life. How much happier you will become. How much more energy you're going to have. How much better you're going to feel when you slip on that dress or new pair of pants. And then you realize the person gleaming from ear to ear in the mirror is the person that's been trapped forever on the inside, yet is now shining through like a beacon of light. Just imagine the feeling of finally becoming the lean and toned person that you've been visualizing this whole time, and the effect this will have on your close personal relationships. You can do it. It's possible. I believe in you. And the time is now. Don't wait any longer. Click the button below and join the thousands of others who have had success with the ultimate anti-diet solution package today. Click the button below, and I'll see you on the other side.